Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers. On the broadcast today, Donny Gilman joins us. He's the general manager of L. Lance Gilman Commercial Real Estate. Here for the whole show from an all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
Welcome to Story County, where history meets innovation, and a pioneering spirit continues to shape our future. At the heart of the Tahoe Reno Industrial Center, we power the future with global leaders in technology and manufacturing, driving progress that reaches far beyond our county lines. From advanced manufacturing to tech innovation, our industries are creating thousands of quality careers, fueling a vibrant economy that benefits every Nevadan. But it's more than just growth. Our community is our foundation, supporting families, empowering local initiatives, and creating a place where everyone belongs. Be part of a legacy built on bold ideas and boundless possibilities. Join us in building a brighter future right here in Story County. Story County, helping build Nevada's future.
Meet Nevada Health Link, Nevada's official health insurance marketplace. Your link to savings, selection, free assistance, and name brand health insurance, where 90% of enrollees lower the cost of their monthly premium. Everyone deserves access to quality health coverage, no matter your income or family size. Visit NevadaHealthLink.com. A few minutes could save you hundreds of dollars per month.
Nevada Health Link. Our plans are made for your plans.
Save money and take transit. Did you know you can ride the bus all day for less than what it would cost you for a gallon of gas? Plan your trip now by going to rtcwashoe.com.
Is Nevada Newsmakers with host Sam Shad, a no-holds-barred political forum. Now, from the Nevada Newsmakers broadcast headquarters, here is Sam Shad.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we're delighted to welcome back to the program Donny Gilman. In his role today, he is General Manager of L. Lance Gilman Commercial Real Estate. Pleasure to have you back on the program, sir.
Thank you for having me.
I should also mention that you are a Story County Commissioner, but that's not the focus of where I want to go today.
All right.
What I wanted to start out with was Tahoe Reno Industrial Center first came to the attention of the Las Vegas Review-Journal in 1998. And at the time, Roger Norman said that that project wouldn't be finished in his lifetime.
Sure.
Well, you proved him a liar in the nicest possible way, because you sold off all the remaining land just in the last couple of years. But when did you first become aware? Were you involved in the South Meadows development, which was the one before TRI, which is actually where we're sitting today?
I mean, I worked in my dad's office back then, but I wasn't really involved in sales or anything like that.
What were you doing?
Answering phones and trying to learn the real estate world. So.
And what did you think?
You know, I always thought I would never be in real estate.
Why?
Peaks and valleys. I watched my dad go through it, and so my dad was never broke, but he was always, not always, yeah, once in a while he was short of cash, and so I always felt like I wanted something a little more stable than that. And I also never wanted to run for politics, and now I'm doing both. So it's an interesting thing how the world works.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and I think it was around 2008 that your dad went several years without a paycheck from TRI.
Correct.
Just because the economy was in the toilet. And so for those that think it's an easy road to be successful, ain't so.
No, it is not. It's a gamble every day, and some years are great, some years are not so great, and it's always fun, though. What I've realized is the challenge that comes with it. It's an adventure, I guess I want to say, and so you don't know what you're going to get, and you just got to keep working at it every single day and don't give up. And Again, Sam, there's deals I've worked on that took 2 years to put together and to get a paycheck. And when those deals came together, it was worth it. But working for 2 years without a real estate income sometimes is difficult. So you just got to plan for it, and it's a gamble.
When did you realize that sales is not about sales, which is what scares so many people away from that industry, but it's about helping people? Because that really is the truth, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it really is. You know, I've seen a lot of salesmen over the years, and there's a lot of different tactics you can use. For me, what works well for me is just be as honest as possible and give somebody the facts and let them make their decision. And that's really all you can do. And so fluffing it for me is not, I'm not that kind of salesman. I just want to give you the facts to the best of my ability and then have you make the decision from there. And I think I learned that early on. You know, I worked at the Harley dealership in Carson City selling Harleys for a long time.
Which your dad owned?
My dad owned that, yeah, and then my mother ended up owning it. And so I learned a lot about sales during that time. And I even went and opened up my own four-wheel drive shop for a while. And I probably, in fact, I opened that in like the end of 2007, beginning of 2008, right in the recession.
Smart move.
Oh yeah, but you know what? It was the best education I ever had.
Why?
Struggle, trying to figure out how to make things work. You know, where to cut back, where to put your money, advertisement. It was an interesting world at that time. I mean, and I lost everything. I lost my home. I lost every toy I ever collected. I mean, there was days where my wife and I were feeding the kids first. We didn't have food in the fridge. We struggled really hard during that time. We lost our home here in Double Diamond. So I had to learn real quick on how to make a living. Anybody who thinks that we grew up with a silver spoon is wrong. My dad always made us start from the bottom, and if we made a bad decision, he made us live with it and figure out how to dig ourselves out of that hole. And so we did that, and I'm going to tell you the strongest person in my life and the one who really pushes me to do better is my wife. And I would not be where I am today without her. She's an amazing woman.
Wow, that's a wonderful thing to say and to actually live. What was it like growing up as Lance Gilman's son? Because he's been so mercurial for so many years. I've known him since the early 90s. Mm-hmm. Was that easy? Was that tough?
Both. I mean, there were people who loved Lance Gilman and people who hated Lance Gilman, and not really hated him as a person, but as a developer. I mean, there are a lot of people that did not want South Meadows developed and probably did not want TRI developed. And so it depends on where you're at. I mean, I remember one teacher in school who I had a really hard time with because he hated development. And so in that aspect, it was difficult. You know, growing up, raising kids, it was difficult. My father's been in some pretty racy businesses, and so that has caused problems, even for my children, and that's been a little bit tough. But I would say there's more people out there that love what he has done for our state, and especially Northern Nevada here, than there are people who are upset with him. And so, yeah, it's been a little bit of both.
He changed the face, along with Roger Norman, of Northern Nevada forever.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I don't know where we would be without TRI.
Yeah, I don't either. Probably a little sleepy gambling town, I would imagine.
And a gambling town that will be having a lot of problems competing with Native American gaming, whereas now you have all these tech firms coming and all those people associated with that staying at the hotels, utilizing those properties.
Sure.
I mean, it really has changed things around. When did you get involved with TRI? At what point?
Boy, in '98, when Roger and Lance first got started, Lance was trying to figure out, I mean, he's a promoter. He always has been a promoter since
to say the least.
Oh my goodness. So he put me on the road, and I traveled all over the United States and into Canada, and I went to a lot of different heavy equipment shows and conferences, and we had this little booth that we would go to. I had a partner with me at the time, and we would go set up this booth, and we would try to show them TRI. But at that time, you might as well have been looking at the moon. It was a bunch of rolling hills with sagebrush, and those are the only pictures that we had. I mean, Walmart wasn't even out there yet. I don't think we even had any roads built out there yet. And so here's this I wasn't even 20. I was probably 18 or 19, wet behind the ears, trying to show these executives this industrial park that we had out in the middle of Nevada, rolling hills sagebrush. I didn't do very well, so we ended up stopping that, but that's kind of where I got my start.
It's interesting. On our website now, we've been adding shows going back to 2002 now, and so you can go into our search box and type in your dad's name, Lance Gilman, and you'll see commercials from back then when he was standing with absolutely nothing behind him, talking about what was going to come.
Yeah.
And at the time, you just had to say, this is the ballsiest guy on the planet, because there is absolutely nothing behind him except, like you say, sagebrush. And did you have the vision that he had to see what the potential could be?
No. When I looked at those rolling hills, all I wanted to do was go out and race off-road vehicles. I did not have the same vision that he had. And that is the true strength of my father, is he was a visionary. He could see things and he could make them happen. And hopefully one day I'll have that same ability that he has had. But no, he definitely is the visionary of the group.
One of the things that was interesting to me, and I've been involved, as I think all of our viewers and listeners know, with Story County going back to the early 90s, and got involved with TRI around 2005. And the thought, I think at the time, was that the Walmart distribution center was going to be the beginning of the big move, that everything was going to explode from there, that all the purveyors to Walmart were going to surround that property. And that really didn't happen. No. Other companies came, right?
They did, yeah. Well, a lot of companies came. Walmart definitely was the first anchor tenant, and we had others come, PetSmart and things like that. Before the tech came, though, I think we had 125 companies out there before tech really hit, and we never thought we'd be a tech park. We thought we would be more distribution park. But,
and that's because of all the freeway access, the rail access, airport nearby, and very supportive of the project.
Correct.
And then along comes Tesla.
Yeah.
So what was your response? I remember I was standing on the bridge of a ship in New York Harbor when I heard the news. What was your response when you found out that Tesla was going to build at TRI?
Well, so at the time I was not doing real estate. I had other things going on in my life, so I wasn't there for that deal. And when they talked about Tesla, honestly, I didn't know who they were. I didn't know. I mean, I knew they built electric cars. I didn't realize how big they were going to be. But there was a lot of excitement, and I really wasn't a part of that deal.
I headed out of New York and went to Washington, D.C., where there was a Tesla dealership. And I sent your dad and Roger pictures of me sitting in a Tesla
Yeah.
in the dealership. Pretty amazing time. So let's take a break and we'll come back and we'll fast forward and talk about what's been going on the last couple of years and where we're headed.
Great.
Okay? All right, we'll be right back with Donny Gilman after this timeout.
Fantastic cocktails and delicious food.
It's a good time to eat.
Over 500 hot slots, plus electronic table games.
It's a good time to play.
Player rewards and big-time jackpots.
It's a good time to win.
Ooh, your good times are Tamarack.
As you know, Reno is booming.
Toll's development company is helping it grow with insightful design and development, building community with every project, adding beauty, adding excitement, emphasizing our shared humanity. Reno is becoming bigger. Toll's development is helping it become better, more livable, more enjoyable. To learn more, go to tollsdevelopment.com. tollsdevelopment.com.
Like a traditional handmade basket, retail is woven into the fabric of life in Nevada. From big box to mom and pop, retail supports our communities in countless ways. Jobs for the disabled, team uniforms for kids, help for the elderly, and so much more. Retail employs over 1 in 10 workers. Retail supports Nevada, and we support retail.
RANNV.org.
Pro Group Management is the place where companies can find workers' comp solutions that are designed to meet their specific business requirements. As regulations evolve, Pro Group takes a proactive approach to clear the path to make sure your business stays ahead of the curve. Knowing your workers' comp program is optimized, you can focus on other important matters related to your growing business. Pro Group Management, workers' comp that works for you.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we continue our conversation with Donny Gilman. He is the general manager of L. Lance Gilman Commercial Real Estate. And he's been doing that, running the daily management of the company for nearly 7 years now. Pretty amazing. You were the local real estate licensee for Tract, the data storage company, on all 3 of their major purchases. I should rephrase that and say not data storage company. They build out land. It's kind of a mini version of what happened at TRI. They put in all the infrastructure and then data storage companies come
Correct.
in.
They build campuses, yeah.
Right. And so you sold them 2,200 acres for $250 million, which is public record, and then another 8,500 plus acres, price not revealed.
Correct.
Biggest land sale ever in Nevada?
Raw land, I believe so. I believe that's correct.
How'd you feel when that got done?
Amazing. And you know, had to pinch myself, I guess. So.
How tough was that to put that deal together? How long did it take?
I think, all in all, I think we worked on that almost 3 years. 2 years and some change.
And at the end of it, I mean, what's your thinking? What's my next one that I'm going to do that's going to be bigger than this? Or have I reached my pinnacle at such a young age? I mean, what was your thinking?
You know, my thinking was the next day I woke up and went back to work.
Okay.
You know? I don't know how you top that. I mean, that comes around once in a lifetime in somebody's career. I don't know how you top that. I would love to. I would love to work on the next project like that was that major of a deal and would bring that kind of company to Northern Nevada. And I'm just going to keep working at it, and something will come along. And I like working on the small deals just as much as I like working on the big deals. In fact, the big deals sometimes are a little more stressful.
It seems that at this point in time, because you actually sold all the land in TRI, which is incredible when you consider it's two-thirds of Story County, it is now resales of people who purchased land or property and are now looking to resell that. Is the line still out the door of people who want to come to TRI?
Quite a bit. There's quite a few people. I think I've shown some property that I have listed with blockchains, representing some property for them. I think I've shown that maybe 8 times this year. So a lot of people are still looking. What I'm hearing is that there is a lot of concern over the tariffs. A lot of companies that want to come in from out of country, they want to build their product here, but they have specific needs, and so they need to bring their materials from out of the country, and there's some tariff issues there. And so we're working through some of that, and hopefully we can get that behind us and start selling some land.
Don Ahern, formerly of Ahern Rentals, was on the program a couple of weeks ago, and he was very bombastic about getting rid of those tariffs.
Yeah.
I mean, not that tariffs haven't been around in one way or another, but just the way it's being done. And he's a big supporter of President Trump's, but he was not happy about that at all. So let me ask you this, because this is a question that comes up a lot when you're hearing negotiations between various unions looking for increases in money towards their various industries, whether it's teachers or whatever. What are the biggest negatives, if there are any, of people that are coming to Nevada and saying, well, we're not going to come because? Is it education? What might it be? What would the objections be? Because it seems like you're having a hard time stopping people coming.
Yeah, I'm not really hearing that very much. Nevada is not, I'm not hearing they don't want to come to Nevada. The only issues I have heard is the tariff issue. That's really the only one.
Really?
Yeah, that's the only ones I have been hearing of. And there may be other issues out there. I mean, traffic is one of them that a lot of people talk about on 80. And so, we're working through that right now. Between 3 and 6:30 to 7, it's pretty crazy out there. But there's no major issues that I'm hearing about education and things of that nature. But
so as you look at the potential growth pattern, how much more can we grow sustainably? I mean, is there still plenty of room for new companies to come?
Yeah, I believe there's room for new companies to come, and like in any area, in any neighborhood or in any county, we have to grow with what's coming at us. And I think collaborating between our counties probably would help more than everybody trying to protect themselves. We need to open it up so that we're talking regionally instead of just our area. And I think that would definitely help. Housing, I hear is an issue. But then I'm also hearing, the American dream has changed. It's not owning a home. It's travel. It's having the ability to take your vacations and things. I'm seeing apartments pop up like crazy. I mean, I just drove down here for your show, and there's apartments just to the west of us. I didn't even realize they were being built, and I came over the hill, and there they are. And it's everywhere. It's not just here. I mean, there are so many apartments going up. So I don't know. I think it's going to change, Sam, with what is the American dream now. And our youth is changing that for us. We don't know what that's going to look like. There's an example of that. When we were talking and had all these tech companies coming out here, everybody was rushing to get all these homes built. And, we've got to get all these millennials because they want, certain things in housing. Well, all of a sudden, a lot of them came here and they were out in Dayton area trying to buy ranchettes. And nobody thought they were going to go out and buy ranchettes, but that's what they wanted. And so I'm not sure we know what our youth wants at this point. So our area will change based on what the youth is going to want for their future.
Interesting perspective. Let's take another break. We'll be right back with Donny Gilman after this.
You're in trouble with the law. It's easy to think you'll lose everything, but there is hope. I'm attorney Orrin Johnson. Your first step is to hire a serious attorney with the experience to successfully navigate the legal system for you.
Sometimes hope means addiction treatment instead of jail, and making sure you're treated fairly.
Sometimes hope means fearless trial attorneys who will stand up to the government when they get it wrong. Call or text Orrin Johnson Law.
We'll make a plan.
You'll take back your life.
A power line is more than a power line. It's maintaining the bottom line for small businesses. It's keeping the assembly line moving for our workforce. For our brightest minds, it's meeting a deadline. It's on the front line with our heroes. And on the sidelines of the biggest games. It's a direct line to our loved ones. And it's a lifeline for the most vulnerable. There's a lot on the line.
The trucking industry is the most resilient link in the supply chain. And for over 90 years, the Nevada Trucking Association has been the voice for the men and women in the trucking industry. From Carson City to Washington, D.C., we advocate for policies to protect our trucking companies and keep commerce flowing. Because Nevada's and America's prosperity is tied to trucks. There's nothing without trucking.
The Nevada Builders Alliance has been protecting the interests of the construction industry for over 50 years. Our programs save members thousands of dollars every year and allow them to provide much-needed benefits to their employees. Our industry also allows Nevada to grow. If you're thinking about a career in the construction industry, reach out. And if you haven't thought of a career in construction, what are you waiting for? We are the Nevada Builders Alliance.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we continue our conversation with Donny Gilman. He is the general manager of L. Lance Gilman Commercial Real Estate over the past 7 years. I think you make a really good point about, we as older people try to speculate, and you're much younger than me, but we're still older than the millennials. We try to speculate on what they need, but they have to grow themselves.
They do.
And so I said you only have a certain amount of time left, but that was a good, quick answer there. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the big question is, what do they want and how do we get it to them in a form that they accept? Because it's not necessarily the traditional ways of marketing, and that's another area that you have expertise in, but a topic for another day. I thank you for doing this. It's good to get some background on you, and good luck and continued success with what you're doing.
Thank you very much, Sam.
Always a pleasure, sir.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.
Welcome to the Ahern Boutique Hotel, where luxury and warmth come together in the heart of Las Vegas.
We take pride in offering a one-of-a-kind experience for both locals and tourists.
Join us for handcrafted cocktails and an unforgettable experience. Joel's Chop House, the perfect place to savor views of the Las Vegas Strip.
Satisfy your cravings at the Ahern Chocolate Shop.
No smoking, no resort fees, and the parking is always free. The Ahern Luxury Boutique Hotel is your home away from home.
Each day, the Children's Advocacy Alliance partners with leaders, legislators, and families across Nevada to improve children's health, education, economic well-being, and safety. We recognize Nevada will be no better than the state of its children. Be a part of this change. Be a supporter of the Children's Advocacy Alliance. For more information, go to caanv.org.
Carson Valley Inn, it's your place for the good times. Carson Valley Inn.
Welcome to the Winnemucca Big R.
Hi, I'm John Walker. Welcome to Big R Lovelock.
Hi, I'm Rich Martin. Welcome to Fallon Big R.
My name is Braden. Welcome to Big R Fernley.
Hi, I'm Kelly. Welcome to Big R Sparks.
You can always watch Nevada Newsmakers 24 hours a day at NevadaNewsmakers.com. Thanks for watching and listening.